Welcome to the Exit Only Theater podcast. Hey, what's going on? It's been a while, but we are back and we're still under construction, but we have some big news coming up later. But first, the one thing we wanted to do is we wanted to review the latest movie that we saw today. And that was Nerve, starring Dave Franco and Emma Roberts. So, just the gist of the story is that Emma Roberts is kind of like this really kind of shy teen, and she comes across this game that her friend kind of dares her into joining, where you basically have to do a bunch of dares, and the more dares you do, the more viewers you get online. So
you're either a player or a watcher. If you're a watcher, you pay a subscription to watch the players play.
Yeah. So, alright, so that's basically the gist, but we just wrapped up. It looked like a really kind of strange, like, oh, here's a teeny bopper movie.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so good.
It was awesome. It was definitely, it's one of those movies that kind of was a throwback to kind of like 80s kind of social commentary, but was also very poppy and fun. It reminded me of kind of like, I thought about movies like The Lost Boys, School Days from Spike Lee. It was like Drive meets Heathers.
Yeah, exactly.
For me. It was a lot of fun. What did you think?
I loved it. Pacing was amazing. Every character I bought into, they were believable. I mean, they filled all the roles that you would see in high school or college, like the quiet one, the weird one. But like, it was just so well done.
Yeah, it was. The one thing that I going into it, I remember we joked about. I'm like, hey, I got passes to the Nerve.
And I'm like, dude, it looks really good.
And he was right. I literally was in line. It was like other people got free passes to see Bad Moms, and we got Nerve. And I literally said walking in the theater, I'm like, I wish we could have saw Bad Moms, but no, I was wrong. This movie was awesome.
The
it was so much fun.
Really liked it.
The audience was in. It wasn't. Even though it's like one of those movies that kind of like has social commentary about like social media age and how people kind of just do a lot of stupid shit, but it was really well done. It was more of a tool and as an avenue rather than just here's all this stuff. It sucks. It's stupid. No, this was you fall in love with the characters first. Dave Franco, I was not a fan of before this movie. And this movie, he has a scene when he kind of just shows up for the first time, and you're like, that dude's kind of cool. I'm like, I wish I was that guy, or if I was a girl, I'm like, I wish that was my dude.
Yeah, but in a very believable way.
Yeah, it was great. Emma Roberts was very innocent, and she's someone that I didn't really have an opinion of because she's very deadpan, but in this movie it works perfectly to advantage. Yeah. And then going on to another thing that you pointed out, the music was awesome.
Music was top. It felt like almost like an MTV, like what are you listening to now? Because they would like put so much new music in it, but in a way that like blended so perfectly.
Yeah, it was very, and like I said before, it felt like Drive, where it was like very 80s synthesizer style pop set.
And it fit like the neon lights of like New York, and they really like New York was its own character.
Yeah, like the colors of the movie it just made it really poppy, and I love that stuff. I'm like, for me, it felt like it had a very 80s like flavoring to it, where it was fun. It was a teen movie, but it transcended that by being just very fucking well done.
And it was like a hard hour and a half, perfect time.
It was perfect timing. There was not a lot of fat on this movie. Like there was times where you're just like, oh, here's the cliche girl. Like no, it doesn't play out the way you see. Like there's a character, Emma Roberts, like a friend at the time, was just kind of like you thought, oh god, this is gonna happen. Okay, this is predictable, but no. It goes a different route. It goes more reserved, and it wasn't forced. It was so well paced and everything. I can't recommend this movie enough. This one's definitely, I can't think of it now, but it's definitely in my top 2 movies of the year.
Yeah, I'd definitely go see it. We would even go pay and see it again.
I would pay to go watch it. Like I know we saw it for free, but I would pay to see this movie make money. Yeah. And movies like this are.
I hope it does well.
Yeah, like these are the kinds of movies you hope for. You don't get these kind of movies. It's like Midsummer right now.
It's like a perfect date movie, but still fun.
It's the perfect date movie. That's great. Very well said. It's a perfect movie. It doesn't matter what age range you are. It hits on all your If you're an adult that doesn't understand social media, this kind of backs up what you think. If you're a young kid in high school, it's like this is exactly this is perfect for you. For me, this is somebody like, even though I'm on social media, I don't necessarily take advantage of like Snapchat and all that stuff. But this movie has a very interesting, not opinion, but a very interesting way of presenting it.
It even talks about like the dark hackers of like the web and like this underground like group of people. It's like very well done.
Yeah, it was excellent. I haven't had that much fun in a movie in a while, like probably not since Deadpool and maybe 10 Cloverfield Lane. I love this movie. I'm gonna watch it again. You should watch it at least once, twice, maybe even 3 times. Snapchat about it because that's what they were talking about when we got in the movie.
Snapchat everything.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like when we walked into the movie, they were like, "Hey, here's some Snapchat stuff. Like here, we have a special filter." And I was like, "Oh God, if this is what the movie's gonna be about, then I don't want to watch." But no, it was cool. It was awesome. I bought into it. I think this is a movie for everybody. It's funny. It's dramatic. And it's very suspenseful. It's borderline scary at times. Like, there was one scene that was just very vertigo-inducing. So I recommend the shit out of this movie. Jonathan?
Definitely recommend.
All right, so let us know when you guys go watch the movie. Tweet at us. Let us know what you think. And stay tuned for Exit Only Theater. We'll have some big news coming up within the next month. But we will be back. Thank you for tuning in.
I'll be back.